Hi, and today I'm going to be talking about the beginner's guide to Bible journaling. And my name is Judith, and I'm from His Unmeasured Grace, and I am so glad you're here. And if you are afraid to Bible journal or you think you can't because you're not artistic, I'm here to say that you can do this. And I'm going to give you some tips on how you can, even though you might think that you don't have any artistic ability in you at all. So, when you aren't artistic, that's what we're going to be talking about. If you're new to Bible journaling, you've come to the right place. And today I'm going to share my best tips with you on how I got started, even though I had not drawn anything since I was in about third grade. I didn't draw, I wasn't artistic, I didn't know that was in me. And I was just drawn to Bible journaling a few years ago when I saw it on Pinterest and I saw some other bloggers doing it, and then a friend helped me, a friend blogger helped, Gail Purath, in fact, from Bible Love Notes, got me started in Bible journaling, and ever since then, I've been doing it just about every day. There are some times when I'm away or something and I can't, or it's difficult to. So I think you can join me on this creative journey, and I don't think you have to be artistic or even as much as I have learned to become. You can just dive in and begin this exciting adventure with me. So let's learn how to begin Bible journaling, and here's your guide. I'm going to give you today some examples. I will show you some of my journals and some simple ones, I hope, that won't overwhelm you, and show you how you can get started and what some of the supplies that are my favorite ones. So you can do this. Are you thinking I can't do this because I'm not artistic at all? Trust me, I understand that, because when I started Bible journaling a few years ago, like I said, I hadn't done this at all. So here's the thing. God is the ultimate creator, and He created the whole universe, and He is the artist. But you know what? He put creativity in our hearts too. And no matter how simple your creativity is, you can worship Him. You can illustrate a verse that you saw that stood out to you through this, and it helps you to meditate on it. And you can do this. And you are His masterpiece. And whatever you create, when done for His glory, is beautiful in His eyes, even if it isn't beautiful in your eyes. And He will say, well done. So, but maybe you're still feeling hesitant. And is it because you're worried that you're not artistic? If so, I totally get it, because I've been there. You might see things on Pinterest. Don't do that. Don't get overwhelmed with what you see. Enjoy it and start trying. Copy some part of that illustration on Pinterest and let it feed your inspiration. And that feeling of overwhelm needs to just be thrown out and just get trying. You might use like a spiral notebook. Here's a simple idea. These are just stickers. They're not my beautiful art. I can't draw that well. This writing, well, my writing is kind of big and kind of round anyway, because when I went to school, I went to British schools, and at the time, they used a handwriting style that was rounded. I didn't like it at the time, but they would make us write like that. Believe me, they were really strict. So what is Bible journaling anyhow? And you might be thinking, that sounds nice, but I just can't do it. Let me stop you right there and say Bible journaling is for everyone, no matter what level you're on. Start anything simple. Just write out the verse. Do scripture writing only. And do scripture writing as you get into that. Down the road a little bit, do a flower, do a cross. And seriously, you can begin doing this. And you might want to get some pencil crayons. And what I like better than Crayolas, which the leads tend to be kind of hard, are Prismacolors. They're wonderful. And you'll love these. They have a soft lead, and they're easy to draw with. And they are a little bit pricey, but they last me several years, because the leads don't like sharpen away like a Crayola would. So you can do that. You can get a cheap watercolor to start off with from like Walmart, and then graduate down the road. I love these. These are, I can't say the name, but they're Japanese ones, and I have them linked below, I do believe, in my description. There's, if I saw the word, I could say it because I was born in Japan, but I didn't learn it, so I could rattle it off. Okay, now, I wanted to show you something to get started with, to help you realize you can do this. Okay, so one of the ideas I have is to do it using greeting cards. So save your greeting cards. Whoops. Okay, there you go. That is the top part, and the bottom part is a greeting card. And then on the back, I wrote out the Bible verse. And then here's another example of a greeting card as soon as I find it. Okay, here you go. It's a bike. It was on a card in the clouds and the sun. And the place I wrote the verse was on another piece of paper that I glued on. And I glued it on only with the glue sticks the children use. They are the best. And another thing that I did, I found old planners are great. And there, that's from a planner. I put it on the whole page because some of my pages, my Prismacolor black pen, I love this pen, or these are other ones like them, and they tend to go through the page a little bit and bleed through a little bit, even though the pages are kind of heavy. And so I put, that's the page that on the other side, I've started doing the greeting card journal. And it also shows people that they can do it without being creative as much as they can create using something that's already there. I have done stickers. I'll show you some stickers where I did my writing on one page and the sticker there. That's just a sticker. And sometimes I use more of the stickers. So here's the truth. When you take time to glorify God through creativity, He blesses the process. He actually starts showing you ways to be more creative because you start using that part of your brain more. So you start developing what's there already. And you ask God to help you, and what's been dormant for many, many years, you can start using. But if you think you can't do it, it kind of dampens that creativity so that you can't allow it to blossom. And so what matters most is what's in your heart. It's your heart, not the art. And so it's your willingness to try and your desire to connect with Jesus in a meaningful way by worshiping Him through your creativity, no matter how small it is or no matter how much of an artist you are. So let's clear up a little misconception. The term Bible journaling is kind of confusing. I don't really like the term, but that's just what's used. And Bible journaling doesn't sound like it's art, and Bible journaling art is quite a mouthful, but it's all about capturing the words of a Bible verse and illustrating them and creating and developing some art. It's scripture writing. It's verse mapping. I've sometimes done my journal and the whole thing is a verse map. I didn't save one to show you, but it's all that. And it's a way of digging deeper and meditating and worshiping God all in one. And I do it like maybe 10 minutes a day, sometimes 15, and it starts developing that skill. So here are a few ideas to spark your imagination. You can use coloring pencils. That is really my best way. I can be more specific on what I want to draw, where the watercolors are nice, but my skill isn't quite there yet. You can decorate with washi tape. Oh, here's one. Okay, here's the example of washi tape. Look around the edges of that journal. That's the washi tape. Okay, that's a cheap washi tape, but they all work. There's really much nicer ones that you can find. So you can do that. Another thing you can do is you can just color in a coloring book. And it's like your journal is already there. Okay? And that's one idea. This is, there you go. It took me a long time, but coloring in the lines is all. It's from the Be Still coloring book. I got it on Amazon. I use these. You can see some of it's missing. I saved pretty napkins, and I cut them out and glued them on with, it wasn't with a glue stick. I would imagine that would work. I used this white stuff. I forgot what it is. Okay, that works too. So that's decoupaging with napkins. It's like you use a decoupage type of thing, and I painted it on with on the back. I didn't do it on top because mine had a white color to it, so that made it kind of white, so I didn't do it. Stamp art. I don't personally like stamp art, but lots of people do. I tend to smudge mine. You can use lettering and learn to do lettering well. I don't do that well with lettering. You have developed my own lettering using my own handwriting, and then I'll take the crayon and capitalize some of the words, or some of them that are scripty. I take a crayon and like highlight it right over it on some words to make some of the key words stand out. So I have 5 beginner tips to guide you in Bible journaling, and they are: embrace the imperfection. It's part of the charm. And you may not do it perfectly, and that's okay. I have shared in my Jesus journaling group journals that have a mistake in them, or ones that had a mistake that I couldn't forgive it, but I could if I put a sticker over the top of it. And that's how I covered it up. And practice lettering is number 2. Lettering styles to find what feels natural. For me, what felt natural is my own handwriting. Number 3 is to experiment with different pen weights and colors. So you might use this pen weight that has a fine nib, or I didn't bring one, but some of them have fatter ones so that you can thicken up your letters. Okay, and you might add flourishes like hearts or squirrels, squirrely squirrels, or sometimes I put dots or little lines around things. You'll see that in some of my journals. And then I use simple guides like line papers, or this one. You can see it maybe, but this notebook actually has the dots all over the pages in lines. And you can't see it that well, but it has the dots. Or even a line page. It helps to guide you. You can kind of pace out where you want to have your letters. This is my journal that's for Philippians, that's just in a spiral notebook. So if you don't feel comfortable journaling in a Bible and you want to get started that way, then you can, and then rip the page out. It's not like it's a Bible and you can't do that. So those are my suggestions, and I hope that helped you. My blog post is linked in the description. Go to that because there's a lot that I have in there that it's not in this video. I showed you more examples than I showed you in the blog page. So that'll work for you, and I will see you in the next video.